So here we go. The regular season is complete. The playoffs start Saturday night, Fox, Seahawks, and the Dallas Cowboys. So I thought everybody hands out their awards. I would hand out mine, the Herd NFL Regular Season Awards, with the help of Joy Taylor.
Very exciting stuff.
Very.
Great season, 2018 season. We'll start with the best game of the season, Colin, and the winner is...
Best game of the season winner is...
Chiefs-Rams, Monday Night Score Fest.
Which I thought gave the NFL actually a boost on all the networks. It was 54-51. It's one of the most remarkable showcases of NFL talent ever. Two of the smart play callers, two great young quarterbacks, 54-51, 105 total points, the most ever on Monday night. And if you recall, Joy, the game was originally scheduled to be played in another country. And by the end of the week, they moved it to Los Angeles, which was also going through some tragedies in Thousand Oaks. And with the fires, that's the best game of the year, Chiefs-Rams Monday Night Score Fest.
All right, next category is the most shocking game of the season. And the winner is the Cowboys somehow beating the Saints.
The Cowboys, congratulations. If you recall, Joy, they were 6-5. They'd recently been steamrolled by Tennessee at home.
Yeah, we thought this was going to be a disaster.
The Saints were on a 10-game winning streak, and the Cowboys held Drew Brees to 127 passing yards, and it was sort of the epiphany where we all realized, oh my God, Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith are not only good, they are the best linebacking duo, young, old, in the NFL. That was the most shocking game of the season. Congratulations to the Cowboys.
All right, we do Colin was right, Colin was wrong every week. Here's your best Colin was right. Colin's best prediction, Vikings and Jags missing the playoffs.
Yeah, both the Vikings, they were in the NFC Championship game, and the Jaguars were in the AFC Championship game. And I came out and I said this happens every year. Sometimes teams catch lightning in a bottle. I do not believe Kirk Cousins is a major upgrade at quarterback, and I don't buy into the limitations of Blake Bortles and now the chatty Jags. So, yes, calling the conference championship participants, Vikings-Jags would peel way back, was my best prediction of the year.
And the best guest prediction of the year was Brian Cox nailing the Giants' terrible season.
Yeah, I said the Giants were a dark horse Super Bowl team, and Brian Cox came on the show and said this.
Giants are no good.
Now, that's a little strong.
The Giants,
no good?
No good.
Nate Solder, Odell, Saquon Barkley.
No good.
They're no good?
No good.
Why?
They might win 5 games.
Oh, come on.
Oh, he was so right. It's one of my favorite clips of the show.
They actually did win 5 games. It's the greatest prediction in the history of this year on the Herd.
All right, and the best draft pick of this year is the Colts linebacker Darius Leonard.
A second-round draft pick by the Indianapolis Colts. He not only led the league in solo tackles, he led it in total tackles. He was tied for 6th in forced fumbles. He played college football at a place that doesn't have his games on television. They went heavy offensive line. Then they picked up Darius Leonard. It is embarrassing by the league he did not make the Pro Bowl. Kid's a stud.
All right, next is best in-season acquisition, and that goes to the Cowboys trading for Amari Cooper.
Dallas is 7-2 since Amari arrived, and it should be noted, a lot of people push back on this. This was not a no-brainer. Dak Prescott has improved in every offensive passing category since the move. And again, they gave up a first-rounder. Dallas got a ton of heat for doing that, and it changed the course of not only the season, but Dak Prescott's career.
Some people's New Year's resolution is to spend less money. The biggest buyer's remorse, the Vikings giving Kirk Cousins $84 million guaranteed.
I don't think anybody wants to win this. So no congratulations to the Minnesota Vikings, but this is the buyer remorse of the year. Sunday against the Bears at home. It's the classic win and you're in playoff performance. He threw for 132 yards. He is a small quarterback who in Washington, there is a reason they kept franchise tagging him. They didn't think he was a guy who could build around. The Vikings did. Probably should have stayed with Case Keenum. And there you have a disappointing Viking season.
All right. The player who made you look the most wrong goes to Lamar Jackson.
Congratulations. I said I thought he and Josh Allen were not ready to start in this league. Lamar is 6-1 as a starter. He led the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. I went and watched him live to see if it's for real. He has been totally composed. You cannot take over a football team and own a locker room unless you're totally committed and incredibly coachable. I don't remember a quarterback. Baker Mayfield's mostly exactly what I thought. Accurate, cocky, and good enough to win some games. This kid's performance wins the player that made me look the most wrong.
All right, I don't think anyone wants to win this next one, but the biggest disappointment of this NFL season is the Green Bay Packers.
Congratulations. 6-9-1, third in the NFC North. Back-to-back losing seasons, first time since 1991. Aaron Rodgers had his worst completion percentage year. Mike McCarthy's the first Packer head coach ever to be fired in midseason. Pittsburgh was a little bit of a dumpster fire this year, but they were in the playoff race until Week 17. Green Bay was done a month and a half ago. People think I pick on Aaron Rodgers, but I've been saying this for years. At some point, when are we going to acknowledge he is an all-time talent, but that Aaron at times is not the easiest guy to coach in the NFL? And the last 2 years, I see a lot of eye-rolling. I hear a lot of people calling him out. And they are, to me, easily the biggest disappointment in the NFL this season.
All right. And finally, Colin's 2018 NFL MVP goes to, let's do a little drum roll, Andrew Luck.
Okay, Patrick Mahomes threw for 50 touchdowns. But I can name off the top of my head, and so can you, many Kansas City Chiefs. We know Andy Reid's a great play designer. There's Cheetah, Travis Kelce for a bunch of the season, Kareem Hunt, Spencer Ware, Sammy Watkins. You got Chris Jones. You got Dee Ford. You got Eric Barrett. You got all sorts of veteran star players. Take Andrew Luck out and, start naming Colts players. T.Y. Hilton and a bunch of really good rookies. This is not to say that Mahomes hasn't been great, but I always come back to most valuable player. I think there are several quarterbacks that could score a lot of points in Kansas City. I don't think there's another quarterback in the league that a team relies on more. In fact, of the most passes attempted in the NFL, the top 6 quarterbacks, one is going to the playoffs. That is Andrew Luck. So those are my NFL awards. M-Drive, if you want to feel stronger, want to have more energy, want to have more drive, go to mdrive.com. Buy mdrive.com today. Refine your prime with mDrive. So there you go. Good stuff. Greg Cosell's on the show tomorrow. I love that fake blue curtain behind me. It really pops.
Very classy.
It is. It's very classy. That's what this show is. This show is classy.
We do class and Big J journalism.
Yeah, Big J journalism and classy. Greg Cosell, Chris Broussard on the show tomorrow. And, Russell Westbrook's in town tonight in Los Angeles. I'm giving it strong consideration of making an appearance at that game.
Really?
And just watching him, just sitting there like this. A pass! You got open players. Maybe want to pass. Mr. Westbrook, almost as his mentor. Not heckling.
Right.
Just as an observer, occasionally offering a suggestion to pass. I am strongly considering that. Why don't you and Earl go and you can check it?
Maybe we will.
All right. Speak for Yourself is around the corner. Nick Wright, Albert Breer, Rob Parker, Joe Banner, Sean Merriman. We'll see you tomorrow. It's The Herd.